I hear a phone near me. But what is up, Goriila Nation? It is Relentless here, and it's finally here. Title Update 6.1 after the long maintenance and then the extended maintenance because apparently they didn't necessarily uh, test anything before the day of the launch of it. So yeah, that's pretty interesting on its own right there. But what shall we do? Hope you all are having a awesome holiday month. I'm still trying to shed the pounds of Thanksgiving, and just in a few short weeks, it'll be Christmas. What's up, Greg? I don't want to screw up your name, but I'm probably going to anyway. Jack. We'll just call you Jack. Your new name is Jack. You have been renamed. Okay, so let's get everybody in here. I think first we'll probably just go around and I want to get my hands on that snowball gun and really, find out, what it is really all about. And finding that little bastard is going to be probably the issue. What's up, Greg? How's everybody doing this morning? I mean, I've been up for 24 hours. I mean, I have posted 5 videos in 2 days. And I've went through, let's say, I think I'm on my 6th Red Bull. So, yeah. Oh, you're welcome, Miles. I'm glad it helped somebody. I mean, you have some bitter, trigger-happy folks out there that are like, I can't believe these people are, idiots that can't understand armor. Well, I mean, it's the holiday season. There's going to be even more new people coming after Christmas because it's going to be even cheaper. And then you're going to have a lot more newer players in the division, and especially with the raid coming up the first of the year. I mean, some people, don't necessarily have the time, to spend like I do and, 30 hours a week, on a game. But that's just like any videos. I mean, it's not specifically meant for every individual. I mean, some people can find it constructive and useful, and some people can't. Um, Dino, I'm not exactly sure if I'm gonna be doing the raid this week, but if I do, I can let you know. It's a going. Just so many Red Bulls. It's sheesh. Yeah, because I stayed up after I uploaded the whole vendor reset before the maintenance, thinking, well, I'll just, watch some TV, just chill out until, maintenance finishes, and then just hop on and start, grinding. Because, I want to do, like, the obvious stuff. Of course, go try to find this loot goblin, and then get that snowball, then check out the changes that they actually made to the negotiators for peeps, and then actually check out this hardcore mode. And I don't have any outcast keys. Over here at the Lincoln, because typically that dude always goblin. I could fast travel over here, just be standing there, and the next thing I look up and getting shot by a pistol, and the dude's like flapping his arms. Hey, agent, I got your stuff. I don't know, Brendan. The servers just have come back up from that extended maintenance, so we're here trying to check it out. I mean, I know everybody wants to get their hands on that snowball thing. I mean, I know I do. I want to check out and see how it is. But I appreciate each and every one tuning in to the stream. Appreciate all the support. And if you happen to be new, welcome. And don't forget to smash that like button. And if you are new to the channel, then become a sub. It'd be much appreciated. I found him. Got it. And he was wearing a Santa hat. All right. Well, that didn't take long, and like I said, I typically find him right around the White House. Did you get it? Nice. So, the Slayer. Reviews are in. The Slayer is the top holiday gift for this year. Find yours at Abel's or any participating retail store. Wicked fun. The Slayer is a blast to play with. New York City toy review. Who says you can't bring a gun to a snowball fight? Holiday gift guide. Unlike that holiday classic, never worry about poking your eye out. Oh, that's a that Christmas movie, was it Christmas Story? All right, it's a sub 32.4 with Hidden Rock. Headshot supply confuse every 20 seconds. Well, I might have to do some modifications here. No, that's for we'll just use it as is for right now. I'm not gonna waste the time to spec into a whole Pacific build right just yet. All right, appreciate it. Tiago Roca, what's good, my dude? Welcome to the stream. I haven't been on what 5 minutes, and I typically always run into the loot goblin over here at the Lincoln Memorial, and lo and behold, went here 5 minutes, and I got the Slayer. Pretty sweet. So we're just gonna test it out. So headshots gives them the confuse. And it shoots slower than the maintenance. I'm on fire. And this, my aim is complete trash. Yeah, and try to actually turn while you're shooting, and you can't hardly turn left or right at all. So it's like when you're shooting, I mean, you basically have to be stationary. Ah, I'm about to die. Messing around with this stupid snowball gun. Come. Man down! Man down! Pimp in distress. I mean, it's a cool concept, but I mean, and I just blew myself up. And that's typically been doing a lot too. I've noticed with the cluster seekers, even though your enemy might be farther away, it'll still like explode next to you and kill you. Yeah, I'm gonna move it over a little bit. But yeah, it's shoots super slow, and then while you're shooting, if you try to either strafe or move your crosshairs left or right, it is ridiculously slow. And see, the further you are away, it has like that drooping effect. I don't either. And what is yours? Mine's at 32.4. But with 250 RPM? 250 RPM? And it's got the hidden rock headshot. So essentially, it only has the one talent on it, hidden rock. And that just applies confuse to with headshots, which is the same as like what is it, nearsight? Not nearsighted, but we shoot them in the A's and blind them. Yes, servers are up, Miguel. Yeah, it's I can see it like for a PvE more or less, but I mean, Yeah, so the farther out, I mean, it'll have that arc, so it's meant for up close. But the ADS, yeah, basically a chem launcher. Oh, the Outcast one, you mean? That's two loot goblins right here. So I mean, I I guess I can actually say that was what less than 15 minutes. Then came across the dude twice. So yeah, I mean I'm on PS4 and basically just come to the Lincoln Memorial. What came with the update? Well, there is hardcore mode. And then there's of course the Slayer, and then the Apparel event. Now, I would shout out Max White over at Ubisoft. He's the public relations intern. He did send an email to me and asked me if I wanted a code to receive 40 cash keys. Well, I got that code, but whether it be on Uplay, Xbox, or PS4, it requires a 12-digit code, and he gave me a 16 one that doesn't necessarily work. So I guess it's the thought that counts. All right, have a good one, Greg. Don't work too hard. Make that paper, boo boo. The Slayer is basically a Tommy gun, and it only has 250 RPM. Okay, I got the Reaper hoodie. Oh, come on, give me the mask. Yes, Bob, I already have found the new gun already. Midnight Pants. Um, yeah, actually ran into the loot goblin. Have run into him twice in the last less than 15 minutes right here at the Lincoln Memorial. Okay, that's a decent camo. So yeah, I would have 40, but I'm waiting for the email back from Alex over at Ubisoft, the public relations intern, to find out why this code that he gave me for 40 free caches, but they wanted me to do a review on and let everybody know what I thought, isn't really working. So I think it was like a miscommunication. Yeah, I, I had thought I had clicked on equip it, but I do wherever it's at. Yeah, there's the Reaper hood. Uh, there's the midnight pants, and I'm keeping my dang flip flops on. Yeah, so there are certain masks. You still can't wear the hunter's mask with anything, but as far as certain ones, you can wear with it. I'm keeping my flip flops on. But yeah, for those of you who just tuned in, the Slayer is the new weapon that you get when you kill the Loot Goblin. Once you kill him, he'll actually drop the new weapon. And that is it. I mean, it looks sweet. I mean, it's got reindeer back there on the stock. And then it says Happy Holidays on the drum. And then it's got candy canes and bells going around the drum, too. So, I mean, it looks cool, but I mean, it's more like a gimmicky weapon so far because it's only got 250 RPM. And you can't put any attachments on it, and the only talent it has on it is Hidden Rock. Yeah, I'll shoot for you. See, the further you're out, you see the arc that it gives you. And then for something that close up, but I'll shoot over the water so that way you can see the snowball. Yeah, that's what I'll be doing. More grinding for some keys until I get that code straightened out with Alex. Um, no, Max. His name's Max. What am I talking about? Max White is the intern's name. But yeah, I mean, it's like if you shot it like that right there, you can see like it has a little snowball effect when it hits the car. I mean, I think that would needs to be like a little bit bigger. And I was expecting, snowball as in like bigger snowballs. We're talking like, how like the grenade launcher, the demolitionist, you can see, launcher grenade, something to the, that effect. But I mean, it's cool. But I mean, again, it's gimmicky. Yeah, I definitely do not recommend uh, trying to face tank NPCs because, as we all know, they'll just come up and just smack the living crap out of you. And since, I mean, I'm pretty much have potato aim anyways, so yeah, it's all about grinding for those keys and oh, you best believe there's going to be content creators within I all right, I'm going to make this prediction within the next 2 hours. There's going to be other content creators will have thumbnails the best build with the Slayer. Yeah, that's what I thought about doing. But I mean, as far as like streaming wise, I doubt anybody would want to actually see me just sit here and open up standard caches for a while. But I mean, we'll get the consensus in chat, and if that's something you want me to do, then I mean, by all means, I'll do that. There's no problem. Let's see. All right. Well, we need to go find Mendoza to see the changes to it for everybody. Yeah, she should. I mean, she should technically have the same stuff, but I mean, this is Division Two, and I've already did like the reset video for her. But as far as the mechanics of her and the glitches and the bugs that was in her that was had items showing for her that wasn't showing for other people. Yes, one of them was having to do with the ivory key thing, but then there's other items that wasn't showing but was supposed to be showing for people. And somewhere, kind of saying, well, you got to have the blueprint for the motherly love gloves and, the ivory keys. You got to have that before that'll show. And really, it was just a bug. So, well, now that we're live, let's see if it actually pays off because I just was here and then found him like 8 hours ago. Yep. Told you, 99.9% of the time, I find him right here. And she's still in the same spot, so I'm going to fast travel up to that control point. Yeah, everybody's going to be wearing it like they were wearing the yellow raincoat. Which is, I mean, it just all depends on your. I mean, I'm gonna wear whatever, just because I want to, and not necessarily, why or the reason that everybody else is wearing it, even though I'm wearing the same thing. But I can guarantee you that nobody is gonna be wearing flip flops with it, though. I'm still waiting for my bunny outfit. The Santa hat. It's just you just had to go to your apparel and it's right there. Let me change this off and just switch to something random. But yeah, it's just automatically in your. It's the same Santa hat that was back in Division 1. But like for instance, as you just seen, if you wear things like that Reaper jumper that I just got, then you're not going to be able to see it. It'll cover it up, which is, I mean, it does have a hood on it. But I mean, if they were going to do that, then things with like hoods, I mean, they could have gave us like some reindeer ears or some elf ears, or I should say reindeer antlers, and to have them go over the top of our hoods. I mean, that would be pretty cool. Well, that's not too bad. 18% crit damage. I might can twerk that on something. But yeah, I'll open up some regular ones. I think it takes 3 proficiency caches to equal 1 apparel cache, and I got 82. Outdated. Store catalog has been updated. Please enter this. What? That was a weird little thing. Well, I mean, I'm getting some camos that I previously didn't have, and some of them are new ones, just out of the standard caches. Because I guess that's what that message was referring to, where it says the catalog had been updated when I opened up the very first one. Yeah, I just don't want to take up too much time for those that are tuning in just to, see the other, new stuff. But I'll do it for a few moments. Yeah, I'm on PS4 now, Suicidal. It literally just came up, I say, what, going on 20, 25 minutes now? Is when they came back up. Because me and Gamer here was actually literally in a party for like the last hour and a half, just talking, just waiting. And I'm sitting here mashing the X over and over and over, checking Twitter to see, when it's going live. And yes, I have a Discord. It's typically, you can look on the community page on my channel, or basically any video in the description in it will have the Discord link, as well as my Facebook community. Yeah, I can show the talent. The talent is called Hidden Rock. Headshots apply, confuse every 20 seconds. And the reason I guess I assume that they call it the Hidden Rock is because if you ever throw in snowballs and you really want to hurt someone, just like paintballs, you freeze paintballs if you really want to make them hurt when they hit something or somebody, then you take a snowball, you put a rock in the middle of it, and you can actually pretty much throw that snowball a lot farther and a lot harder if you do so. But yeah, that's the only talent that's on it. Yeah. I'll do this for a couple more times. Oh, no problem. Mr. Morales. And the reason I used your last name because I didn't want to butcher your first name. Them are the best shoes in the game right there, even though they show off my toe fungus. Them flip-flops are golden. Other than like the parallel event, the hardcore mode, of course. Basically, it's kind of like a dumbed-down version that a janitor on his free time created for Ubisoft. Essentially, you play the story mode from scratch, starting all over, but if you die, you lose everything that you've collected and have to start over. That's going to be great for those that like, challenges and to get accommodations and, to be, world's first or whatnot. but it's kind of along the same concept as survival, and if you really want to think about it, you have to collect stuff, gear yourself up, and if you die, you lose everything and have to start over. But I mean, there's more to survival that made what survival is or was than just that. I mean, it was pretty much everybody was called. I think what it. Don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to be negative, but just in my personal opinion, what I think what really happened that everybody was calling for survival. I appreciate that, Clever. So everybody was calling for survival to be in Division 2, and this is kind of like their way of pacifying it, those people, and then also in the same time giving us something to pacify us to pass time in order that the raid that we were promised that we didn't get this year, that we won't get to next year, this will maybe tide us over till then. But I think if they just would have took the extra time, because if somebody can create the hardcore mode on their free time, then someone that's actually on their payroll, that's getting paid to come up with, you know, design concepts and to implement these things, then you would think they could have put a little bit more time and effort into it and actually brought survival. Instead of snow, they could have had like the sandstorm that you run into all the time. Then they could have made it something like that and still had the, you know, the whole dehydration thing to where you have to kind of act that, and then of course the green gas. I mean, they still could do the same exact thing and just, you know, switch it up a little bit. But that's just my opinion. I've always looked at the game as being the glass is half full. So I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not the negative Nancy, the trash. I don't trash the game. I mean, I give my opinion and my constructive criticism, but I'm not just gonna, you know, make stuff and just completely bash the game for no particular reason, right? All right, went through 30 so far, and I'm sure that you be able to buy the apparel event caches, because like I was telling them earlier, Max White, one of the interns over at Relations, had sent me a code to give me 40, so that way I could do a review on the apparel event and go ahead and get everything. But the code he gave me was a 16-digit one, and it requires a 12 one, even on Uplay or on PS4, and it doesn't work. So I'm still waiting on my email to get that straightened up. So if that happens, when it does, I'll probably do a separate video, just, you know, opening them all up as far as everything that's in the whole apparel event. But I'm only going to do a couple more of these, and then we're going to hop into something else, because I know y'all didn't tune into the stream to do this. Now, you know, they have implemented changes before and not being any kind of patch notes or anything, so they could possibly, you know, have made it, because before, I know I could level a character with at least like I think it was every 20 caches, you know, I would gain a level. Yeah, so I mean, okay, I got one. Okay, it took 38 it takes 38 regular standard caches to actually get one apparel cache. Okay, so I can get one more out of what I have. Well, at least it's a legendary. Mask. Nope. Ah, gunslinger. Emote. Alright, cool. Let me go ahead and I'll equip that right quick. Show Mr. Gamer over there. But now let's get over to Mendoza, and I'll just fast travel to him. Don't be talking to my woman over there. I know how you like to flirt with her. Yeah, they had been out for the most part, for the big chunk of what's coming already on Twitter. They usually post them there, and of course their Reddit. As far as I know, they have still yet to come up with a permanent fix for the invisible walls. They said that they turned off the alarm in the base of operations again. And then, of course, the big bulk, besides, you know, the hardcore mode, was the names not, you know, you not being able to rename your loadouts. That, and of course, the whole, you know, Mendoza thing. So what I'm gathering, right? Because I already saw her, I've already done the video for her inventory and what she has. So it seems that they're on still the same cycle. As far as the reset happening, you're good for, up until their maintenance. And by the time their maintenance finishes, you get into this cycle to where she's not there. It's like there for a moment, off for what is it? I think it's 14, 15 hours and then back on again. Now, whether that's going to completely change once she, completely comes back, I'm not sure. But you would think that this update rolled out that they would just basically, since they just had the reset, that she would automatically already be there once the patch went live. Yes, Tommy gun is the exotic. Um, and I got mine. I kid you not. For those in the stream will contest to this, or well, whatever that word is. Yeah, I have bad grammar. I know. Sue me. Um, but yeah, I got Saul. I went to. I always typically find him around the Lincoln Memorial. So there's lots of times I'll fast travel to Lincoln Memorial just doing my normal everyday, farming route. And sometimes when I spawn in, if I'm preoccupied, I'll just be standing there. Next thing you know, I have some dude shoot me with a pistol. I look up and he's flapping his arms. Hey, agent, I got your stuff. Like he's my drug dealer or something. So that's why I chose to go to the Lincoln Memorial. And within the first 5 minutes, I found him. And then within, 10 minutes after that, I ran into him again right there behind the Lincoln Memorial. So both times on the right-hand side of Lincoln and right there behind it, two loot goblins, and that's how you get it. So it was pretty easy. But they said that he's not always going to be around. That I know some people they haven't seen him. It take them days roaming around for him to actually show up. So whether that happens or I just got it by chance or by luck. But I'm on PS4, and just like when I find the snitch, I typically find him in the same areas every single week. And that is behind Truman and, of course, just around Lincoln Memorial. You just seen the first thumbnail for the title update 6.1 Berserk build. When it comes to builds in general, nothing has changed as far as when it comes to 6.1 when it comes to builds, except the negotiator's dilemma, which is if Gary wants to entertain that idea, we can run in and I'm just going to throw on random pieces. Even if I have three negotiators dilemma, that is the question. I mean, I made it that build like when it came out, and I made every variation of it between Unstoppable Force, the Clutch Berserk way. I mean, I even went so far as did the Bloodsucker way. I mean, you name it, I perceived it and just went wholeheartedly at it. And after I had done it, it wasn't really fun for me anymore. It was more like just for me to go out and have fun as far as just to troll people, especially like the shotgunners or the other Papega builds that are out there. That's the only reason why I ran it. I haven't ran it in well over a month. Um, the new exotic one, blue. I don't think that this gun is really going to be good with any type of gloves. Just to be really honest with you, it has 250 RPM. So I got rifles. So that's less than the merciless, less than the lightweight, less than the SOCOM, and it just barely beats out the classic M1A. Yeah, and the police MK17 is, higher RPM. So, I mean, it being an SMG, and true, this is not an SMG build per se, but as far as my all weapon damage wise, that still would affect it. I mean, 26 and a half. So, I mean, it could potentially be really strong, but the only time that you confuse anybody is if you hit them in headshots, and you can only do that once every 20 seconds. And, I mean, I think it might be, fun to try out, and to see. But as far as being any kind of meta or factor in any kind of PvP whatsoever, yeah, I could be wrong, but just based on just the numbers, I seriously highly doubt it. I guess I'm just gonna run over here and just buy a piece just so I can go check that out. Yeah, and as soon as we see what the changes are to Negotiator's Dilemma, then we'll do the hardcore mode and check that out if Gary's cool with it. Son of a Mitch. They don't have Negotiator's Dilemma over there. I'm It doesn't say how many it requires it to actually hit. Yeah, it's kind of like along the lines of the pestilence. I mean, the pestilence doesn't work with wicked. Of course, I'm pretty sure Von Dum Dum would probably disagree, but all right, yeah, I got a holster here in my stash that I can throw on right quick, Gary, if you want to. We'll just throw on just whatever. And we'll just go over here to the west real quick. Yeah, Black Sky. That's my sentiments exactly. But I mean, you never know. There's, like I said, I guarantee within just a matter of a couple of hours, somebody is going to throw up a thumbnail of the gun and say the Slayer PvP build. Guaranteed it. Guarantee it. Clickbaiters. And then, if anybody, and this is not trying to throw shade, I'm not calling out no names whatsoever, but there should not be anybody putting build videos out saying new build title update 6.1 because as far as build wise, nothing build wise has absolutely changed other than just the how the negotiator's dilemma gives you that 2 second fuse time. But as far as everything else, nothing's changed. Yep. Yep. So we'll go ahead and leave group. Let me stand out in the open so that way. Alright, it's about to proc. It didn't proc. Lo and behold, what? No, you know what? No, I'm an idiot. No, I'm just a complete idiot. Stand right there. Rip. Oh, I gotta actually go back in. I don't have the demolitionist on. Shit. Kill me. Kill me. I said kill me, you cretin. Thank you. Yeah, so that way I can fat. Yeah. That's what the whole entire time. Yeah, that's my fault, Chad. I forgot I had on the gunner instead of the actual demolitionist, which is a three-piece. Negotiator's Dilemma requires you to have the demolitionist on. So I'll remedy that right quick, and we'll do that. And it seems like there's people in the dark zone. I wonder, hey Gary, we should go out there just with. What do you say, chat? Should we just run out there with our snowball guns and? Yes, Rizzo, it's up. All right, let me go back, put the demolitions on. Well, test this out, and then we'll go get smashed with our snowball guns. But I appreciate, again, each and every one of you joining in with me today. Appreciate you all. And if you happen to be new to the channel, then don't forget to hit that sub and like button. There was a little mishap this past weekend. My pole outside my house, two kids racing, tragic story. Knocked out power, couldn't do the 4v4 tournament, but that will be, it got pushed back till this weekend. So this Saturday, there still will be a 4v4 PvP tournament here on the PS4. Yeah, I can put on the exotic gloves, but I mean, I don't. To be quite honest, I don't have anything. What am I doing? I don't have anything set up as far as skill build or anything like that. What? How did he gift you 15 keys? Oh, you've heard it here first, folks. You can gift people keys. Well, I'm his clan leader. Where my keys at? Ah, he gifted me some too. Shout out to Holmes. He's part of the RG. Yeah, let's send him an invite. So I guess we got 15 more keys to open up. So a little slight pause for the cause. Some tennis shoes that somebody bought from the local Salvation Army. Next we have the, ooh, that's not too bad, the Boogeyman camo. Okay. So I think only thing we're missing now is possibly the shoes and the mask for the Reaper. Scavenger helmet. Okay, we got a coal miner's helmet. I think I can make a couple of funny parody videos using that. Okay, there's the Reaper boots. So yeah, so I got the pants, the hoodie, and the shoes. So really, the only thing I'm lacking is the mask. It's probably definitely a legendary. Yes, I got this Zen. I'm gonna go do a yoga tree pose. And then we're gonna snowball. Oh, it's a legendary. Could it be the mask? Come on, mask, mask. Yeah, the hockey mask. Which is still, I mean, I'll take the hockey mask. What's up, Tiny? How you doing? Yeah, that's when I got the yoga tree pose. You saw, asshole. Oh, I got the fitness too. Hey, 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 how you doing? I see you over there. Mm-hmm. Working that body, shaking that ass. I got the hockey mask. Oh, now I got the Tai Chi. What is this? The Kung Fu Theater? Wow. Yeah, I'm always down. You know, I'll stick with definitely my PS4 counterparts. Especially, I mean, yeah, I'm typically known as the black sheep because I don't have a filter for my mouth. I call it like I see it, and if I see that some people are trying to, you know, throw shade and, you know, misdirection and, you know, pull the wool over people's eyes and tell them misinformation as far as, you know, what works, what doesn't work, just for the sake of clicks, views, yeah, I'll call you out. But I mean, if I'm cool with it and I respect what you do and you got make good, honest content, like Cold Boy, for instance, then, you know, I'm always down. Let's make sure I have on SMG damage. Yes, I do. And since I'm going out here to get smashed anyways, I'll just throw these on for poops and giggles. And let me change out a mod. There, we'll just throw that one on too. We're gonna die, man. We're gonna die. No. I'm on my way. I'm on my way. I'm on my way. Yeah, I'm just throwing some halfway stuff in here. Uh, I mean, sure, if you get better mods than what I have, and then what's up, Holmes? Appreciate the gifted keys, my man. All right, I got up to 40.4. Appreciate it. Yeah, the code that Alex gave me didn't work because it's a 16 digit code, and on Uplay, yeah, on Uplay and I thought I was like, okay, this dude must be trolling me. He doesn't really work there, but nah, I looked into it. He's actually an intern um, over public relations at Ubisoft, and Ubisoft San Francisco to be exact. Yeah, we already have it. Are you outside where we were at? Oh, I don't think we're probably not in the same server anymore. Yeah, I'll just join back on you right quick, and then we'll go out there and see. My thing is where I tried to always come up with something different, something with a little twist and my own little spin on it that I inadvertently destroy or yeah, we'll just say destroy like certain pieces that go to certain builds in order to make other builds, and then it dawns on me the RNG sucks so bad that's going to take me forever to get a like-minded piece. So yeah, I tend to do that a lot. Oh man, you got the mask, you little beast. Hey, come over here in the light, so show the viewage. See, he looks like Skeletor, and the reason why he looks half dead because I fucked him to death. Come here, Skeletor. I'm gonna fuck you in the eye socket. All right, come here, Holmes. I got a snowball with a rock in it for you. Okay, it was right on your noggin, and it didn't hit you. All right, now y'all can come kill me because so that way we can show up this what negotiators is actually done. Yep. Okay, all right, just take off my armor. Yeah, just one of you. You might want to take off your drone. Yeah. Hold on, Holmes. All right. Well, the next shot should remove my armor, and this is how the new negotiator's dilemma actually will work. Okay. Yeah, I mean, bigger radius, but thought she was gonna come around the other side. Yeah, but as far as just, I don't know if it could be just be my right stick. Here, hold that. Yep. And I can't, I don't know what it is with the game, but with this gun, when you're ADS and you cannot turn it. I mean, the turn speed is... Yeah, I can't turn the radius. It's like... No, I haven't tried it out, Andrew, yet. He wants to. They want to know if the gun will actually proc the BTSU gloves. There's two. Y'all, there are two players right there. But I don't know what it is, because the other weapons I use, I mean, I'm turning just fine, but it's not all the time with this gun. It's just like, snowball. Come back here. Yeah, I'm just trying to waste time until my seekers come back so I can actually see if this actually procs. Yeah, I wasn't actually going to kill you, bastard. All right. Yeah, and you see, it does. Um, yeah, I don't have any hazard protection on. You blame me? Mine still hits harder. Hey, howdy, partner! Woohoo! Yeah, I still got to put on my other ones. The new emotes. Let's see. We're gonna go Mr. Daichi. Then we have the fitness. Holmes, you are at all. You at all. And I run so far away. Gotta get away. Why is my... But my secret... No, my secret already went off against Gary, and I didn't ever redeploy it. Well, I mean, it it since I switched gloves, I mean, I had it up to 40.4 with just a lot of trash on. Um, but yeah. Oh, I did. I did. How much health you have? Oh, woohoo! Yeah, it's just something to goof off with. Here, hold up. What is up with this radius? You see, it doesn't turn like. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's just like some kind of bug issue or whatever, but other guns, see, chat can. I don't know. I mean, versus. Nah, I'm gonna take that back. I think it's just my trash controller. So, yes, no, I haven't done the hardcore core mode yet. I was try to cover, each base as far as when it comes to like the update negotiator's dilemma, the snowball, and then just kind of went to the Mendoza kind of thing. Just kind of just taking them, making my list, checking it twice, finding out who's naughty or nice. Well, it looks like Clever Thumbs and Ganesh are in the hizzy. I wonder where they're at. I can go over here and let them kill me. I don't mind. Because I'm going to be shooting snowballs anyway, so. Silver bells, your ass cheek smells. It's Christmas time in the DZ. Ring-a-ling, you can suck on my ding-a-ling. What's up, self-made? How's it going, bro? Welcome to the stream. Uh, Going to all the usual places. Either they're going to be here, here, or typically over here. Well, Clever was just in my chat not too long ago. And then I don't know who Ganesh is. But all these hardcore, supposedly PvPers, but yet don't want to play in the tournament to actually more or less show off their actual skills. Snowball. Ah! Yeah, well they're not at this one. Oops, that's gonna hit you. My bad. Yeah, I'm the only one rogue. The snowball gun talent is just hidden rock. Headshots apply confused every 20 seconds. And if you have hazard protection on, I mean, it's not going to really affect anybody anyways. But I mean, if you have no hazard protection, like when Gary shot me, I think on the third shot, it throws that status effect on you the same way like the confused pulse does. But I mean, it didn't seem another halfway invisible wall. But it didn't seem as strong as the confused pulse, though. That's the thing. Because usually, I mean, you wobble around like you're drunk. Hi guys, how are y'all? Hi. I just came to say hello. How is everyone doing? Wow, we can. I want to watch. There's 150 people watching this go down. So I'll just sit back and we got I take butts, which is I don't know. There's Mr. Ganesh, impeccable feeds. Ow! I'm sorry, but they're probably gonna kill me once I say this. But I see one, two. I see a bunch of trash cans running the easiest, cheesiest of everything. Like, why? Why? Does anybody want to have a snowball fight? Who's confused yet? Anybody confused with these snowballs? Does it even work on anybody? I take it don't. Snowball fight? Anybody? Snowball fight? No? No? Anybody want to have a snowball fight? Snowball fight? Anybody? Anybody? No? 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 Well, no fun. They can, yeah, they can have their trash can, shotgun, cheese, BS. All right, let's move on to, I guess, to something that's actually meaningful. Yeah, where there's more running around with double heals and a shotgun with premeditated 500k armor, double heals, mind that. And they want to profess that they're actually gods at PvP, but they take the most simplistic build there is, the cheesiest build is, far more cheesy than Negotiator's Dilemma ever was, and say they're good. Now, I'm not talking them about the person in general of who's running. I'm just talking about the build itself in general. Nah, they just. All right, in a game like this, right? Let's take heroic PvP, or PvE in general. You don't see too many people sitting there trying to face tank NPCs, right? So essentially, when compared to every other archetype weapon that you can have, and going on things like the raid, heroic missions, do you honestly see anybody specking a shotgun build going into it? Because shotguns really are, it's not a weapon designed more or less for PvE. Some can say, well, it should be. But then again, I mean, if an NPC can smack you upside your head from 4 feet away and take off 300k of your armor off one punch, And I mean, how effective are you actually going to be if you run a shotgun, especially a double barrel premeditated? Boom, boom, and the next thing you know, you're going to get smashed by the NPCs. So it's only more or less a PvP weapon, but it is completely broken. They said they nerfed it, they fixed it. No, they just conformed it into something far worse. They made it actually stronger by implementing that 7% damage to armor, which is just. So they said they were going to, nerf it down a little bit, and they just made it stronger. And they said they wanted more diversity in when it comes to builds. So that's why they changed up the whole 3.11.7 concept. But there is still that same build, and it's even stronger than it was. All you have to do is put on the technician. And then all you have to have is a minimum of like 2,000 skill power, which is you can get that just from utility mod slots and on 2 pieces of gear, like your chest piece or holster. And you have, 3,000 skill power because the technician gives you 50% skill power. And then you can still have all the DPS in the world and still have 500k armor. Now tell me, please, is that balance? I understand your concerns, Mike, but try not to. But yeah, well, see, I mean, the division, it's not more or less what build you're running per se. If you had to, I mean, it's debatable, but it's more of a positioning type thing. Whoever has the best position usually is going to dictate, the fight. And that falls in line with the whole cover-based shooter mentality in which they wanted. But by allowing those to run double heals, don't even have to make or fully spec into a shotgun build in order to, still hit for 250, 300k, have 500k armor, use premeditated. I mean, it's just like the Division 1. Everybody says Division 1 is so much greater. Yes, it's superior in some form and fashions, but if you look at the last 2 years of the Division 1 PvP, you'll see more people running around in circles than they're actually shooting. Now, tell me, how is that equivalent to better PvP? It's, in my opinion, it's really not. I love both games, don't get me wrong. It's just constructive criticism. I mean, I don't want to feel like, when somebody says strafing, this figure 8 or whatever they call it, that's not strafing. That's why people call it the zigzag. I mean, that's the figure 8 staying in their piss pools kind of thing. Strafing is when you're ADSing and just moving, left to right. And it's usually, a little bit left and a little bit right. It's not staying stationary while you're shooting. So if you're not shooting, then this is not strafing. Strafing is when you're shooting and you're moving. Some people call it enasing. I mean, don't get me wrong. Some of the things are, absolutely cool. But, I mean, I honestly do think that the way that it's going now, if they don't do something, I mean, nobody's going to want to come into the dark zone with what you see going on outside. I mean, that takes absolutely no skill. And I don't care who gets mad at me for saying that. That's just my personal opinion. I don't get mad at you for your opinion. I know I'm trash, so therefore you calling me trash is something that I call myself. And I don't profess to be godlike, but also I don't have to rely on cheese either. But anyways, let's hardcore mode. That's enough of my rant. I apologize. I don't mean to be a downer on the stream, so apologies. It's just, I just hate to see a game that I love keep drifting further and further into the direction it has been. That's all. It's just disappointment more than anything. Because, I mean, this game had so much potential, so much. And they dropped the ball. Now, that's not saying that it still can't be, because I mean, as far as PBE wise, it's great. They just need more new content. And they said they didn't want to cut and paste anything from Division 1. Well, what do you call conflict? But I mean, I'm gonna continue to make content on this game. I'm gonna continue to play it. So, but I mean, I am gonna be bringing other games to it though. Dumb question. Dumb question. Um, because I for one didn't completely read the patch notes. I more or less just kind of went over them, skimmed through. How do you start the hardcore mode? Oh, that's right. You have to. Yeah, we have to log out. I'm retarded, but I have been up for over 24 hours with no sleep, and I have drank 6 Red Bulls, so I'm not really thinking straight. Because I mean, I was expecting to be on this at like 7:30 this morning with the update, and then do a couple hour stream, then get some sleep. But then this delay um, is the reason why I'm not. Okay, Silent Night event. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Nope. Go to new character. Hardcore beta. And I try to be Rambo on everything typically. So don't look for me setting any world records on this. I mean, if I take my time, I mean, who knows? But now with lack of sleep and just wanting to mow through things, then I had Mountain Dew Code Red for the first time ever. I'm in the UK, so we have all the crap stuff. And well, the Red Bull just has a lot more caffeine and sugar than the Code Red. So the caffeine in like one Red Bull is equivalent to like you drinking probably 4 or 5 of those Code Reds. That's the only reason I. Okay, select body type. No, I mean it put me as an Oriental guy, so I got the emotes for it. So we're just gonna go with that as is. Yeah, can you imagine the way typically division has been since even Division 1 that you get to the raid, make it to the very end, Delta. Then you have to start all the way back over again. Imagine. Or you're using a Reviver Hive, and you drop it, it just don't work and doesn't pick you up. Now, I'm hoping that that doesn't happen to folks. I really do. But I wouldn't be surprised if it. I see. Yeah, I definitely need a new controller. What? Oh, I'll pick you up. I still had an enemy left. I mean, essentially, it's the same thing. If you've leveled up more than one character, you've played this story campaign numerous of times. And then once after you reach level 30, tier 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's essentially going through that same process all over again. It's just when you die, you lose everything and have to restart. Now, the snowball gun, yeah, it's cool. But mainly just for things like, I would say, PvE. And even still in PvE, I don't see it really being that effective. It's just something to tinker around with and have fun. Now, if they actually implemented the likes, let's say,
communications broke down, the trains stopped, and the internet went dark.
A private server to where 9 people could go in, 2 squads of 4, like one ref type thing. Then people could test out their builds. Then we could actually, you know, hold tournaments or whatever.
Did your neighbor?
I think in the long run that would open up more avenues and alleys toward future, you know, even content or possibilities than the hardcore mode. But that's just me.
Collapsed, we found ways to go on. And now, for the first time.
But yeah, I mean, it's essentially just that. Hardcore mode is the exact same thing as just starting the game over from scratch. It's just you got to be more careful because you die, you lose everything. Now, it's the difficulty of it is not necessarily what's hardcore. Their version and what they call hardcore is if you die, you lose everything. That's what they meant by hardcore. I wouldn't even really call it Survival 2.0 because at least with Survival 2.0, you know, you get dropped in, you got to collect your, you know, your meds, stay warm, get weapons, and, you know, then you got to make your way into the dark zone, then find the antivirals, and then fight against the hunters, and then extract. This is just playing the story mode all over again. And if you die, you lose everything and have to start right back over, go through the same cutscenes. But I mean, you can skip through them, but I just skip through it and I'm still watching it because I'm stuck in a loading. But I mean, we're about to find out. But I mean, if you've already done all this, nobody wants to watch the cutscenes over, and over, and over. But I mean, it may be different. Maybe I'm hoping that once you get past the first iteration, you actually make it to the base of operation and start there. Maybe after you die, then if you have to restart, then you have to restart from that particular point and not all the way back, originally from all the way to the beginning. So you can bypass the cutscenes, and then you're just level 1 base of operations, and you start from there. But we're about to find out. Woohoo, I got a level 1 mask that, woohoo, give me extra armor, yay! I'm a beast. Killing enemy opens up loot. Okay, I mean, we've had to play this game before. I know how the things are. I remember earlier the beta, yeah, there is a helicopter with a sewer to the right, but if you go too far right here, it won't let you, it'll just kick you back. Ooh, get some knee pads. Yeah. If anybody wants to get gamer Gary a Christmas present, he needs some knee pads because he tends to stay on his knees a lot. The upcoming production of the Nutcracker is scheduled also for later this month, starring Holmes there. He played the Knob Gobbler for Thanksgiving. um, well, as far as I know right now, we were a party of three, but I don't think you can actually. Well, I mean, you're going to have a squad for the raid. But that's why, I mean, I assumed and said that while ago, like, once you get past, like, this part and get into the base operations, maybe, it'll change. Ah! There we go. There I go being stupid again. Ooh, I leveled up. I get a Memento Mori cap. So let's look and see. It's an apparel item. Where is it? Is that it? No. I mean, I got the skull cap, but okay, that makes absolutely no sense. Yeah, the memento mori cap is reward to those brave souls who laugh in the face of death and come back to try another day. Remember when I was trying to do this on PC? I was definitely trash. Yeah, I wouldn't mind if you did I don't know how to pronounce it, I don't want to butcher your name, but her, I'd say. And don't forget to ground and pound and smash that like button. And as always, if you happen to be new, then click on that sub button as well. Very much appreciate. Happy holidays to everybody. Can't wait for Christmas. All right, skip through this. Phase Death says they nerf targeted loot to the ground. Yeah, well, I mean, that goes along with just their whole RNG theology, right? I mean, they could have done so much more with their brand sets in the direction they had. I mean, they pretty much shot themselves in the foot by the. They should have specific brand sets that you had to have in order to get just basically like you do now, but there is no roles in a squad. Now, basically, you can be everything at once. Let's see. Mm, I'm going to go with the oldie but goldie, of course. The chem launcher. I needs my heals. But I'm going to go the smart route and go with the reviver hive. What's up, Envy? Nelly? Or Nello, sorry about that. Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you tuning in. Alright, so we have our first skill. So now, I mean, it's just the, the same thing all basically over again. $134, can't really buy anything, so it's yep. Yep. Same tutorial that I don't need. I wonder if the collectibles are going to be in the same spot too, because they give you XP when you can now play with others. Group up with up to 3 other friends. So y'all want to, yeah, you have to do the first part and make it actually to the White House part. I mean, it won't take you but a second, and then you can join us. Well, it's like Nello, if you have 4 characters already leveled up, then yes, you have to delete one of those in order to go back to the as soon as you launch the game, and before you click on your character for the second load-in screen, you have to go over to your where there's no character, and then it'll give you a highlight on the left-hand side of hardcore mode. So you basically are creating a character all over again, just like you were creating a new character on your second, third, or fourth. It's just you just clicked hardcore mode. But here's the thing: if someone like stays like for this, for instance, all right, they get up to like level 20, level 30, and they haven't died. They stay just like this, and then they have other people join them that are only level 1s and level 2s, and boost them like we did in the past. I mean, that right there is like, that's not really hardcore though, is it? But I can see where it would make it hard to actually squat up with somebody if they're not the same level as you are. Yeah, and the same artifacts and everything are here too. Well, I got the hive. All right, well, let's at least level up to level 2 to see what the next one is. I have a Vector. Hey, I have 20-something hyena keys. Why can't... What do you mean, get back? Yeah, I mean... Yeah, I mean, because before you can squat up with anybody, you have to at least make it to the White House. Mm-mm. I got a vector and uh, P416. Yeah, I just knew like, I mean, I know you got to go to the settlement, but I knew there was like some crates nearby that we could actually use to get some kind of gear going on. Yeah, if we go around the back side of the building. Oh, the top of the steps. Yeah, straight ahead. Yeah, then we can circle all the way back around. I mean, this is going to be like literally a whole lot of time consumption for sure. Going through the game, but see, you can kind of simplify it. You don't have to do, and go search around for these collectibles and things like that. You can just jump down, straight to the nitty gritty and just do your side missions, your main missions, the same way that you've done it many and many times before. And kind of go through the streamlined process of um, how to level up the fastest. Like, I have got videos on that, and that's basically the same example and the same way that you can just go about doing it as far as how to complete it the fastest. But I mean, it's kind of hard not to deviate from just streamline everything because you do need gear, and that's where it gets you to have to looking around unless you just force yourself and hoping RNG is good enough, just to give you what you need in like the missions and whatnot. Yeah. Oh yeah. All right. Well, let's test that theory. I got 48. So typically, when you level up another character, you can do this right here. And for all the duplicate items, see, it gives you XP. So essentially, if to get a leg up, and I guess that's a good point, Gary. I'm glad you pulled it up. Um, that is definitely a way to get a leg up on the competition. If you're a hardcore person, you can just save up all your apparel caches, use them, and get up to. Well, let's just see. I got 45, so let's just test this theory out. So bear with me, guys. Yeah, and yeah. Well, I mean, I already have pretty much everything, so everything I'm getting is a duplicate. Mm. I thought they had said they developed the game with the end game in mind. This is the end game mode that wasn't in the plans. Yeah, this is a janitor at Ubisoft that had this idea and developed it on its free time. What up, Cold Boy? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. All right, guys. Everybody that's in chat, if you don't know who Cold Boy is, then be sure to click on his name. Go check out his channel. He's got some good content. So if you want, another opinion and take on things, and he's a good one to go to. Especially if you compare the likes between him and Kamikaze Von Dum Dum or Patrick Sheep. Yeah, they don't know what they're talking about when it comes to build. At least Cold Boy, he's good when it comes to his builds. So definitely go check his channel out. I appreciate that, Tank. Yeah, I was kind of getting a little frustrated and burnt out on the game, so I did, take a few days off because typically I was consistent with at least one video a day, whether it just be gameplay, something. And then I just had to take some time off, step back because I didn't want to get completely burnt out because I was already getting frustrated. So that's why. But I mean, up until 3 days ago, this year alone, so far, besides those last 5 that I posted in the last 2 days, I had 341 videos uploaded, which is that will make 346. This will make 347. So still within 365 days a year. I'm pretty much consistent with the one video a day. Yeah, and a lot of people don't like my bluntness when it comes to that. Yeah, see, I'm already level 3. So I leveled up twice. And I had 48, and now I have 27. So 21 caches. I still leveled up twice? No, that'd be once because I was a level 2 already. Yeah. Well, I wouldn't say, I mean, exactly. I'm trying to look at my XP meter whenever it actually comes and see, exactly. Here's an AK if you haven't got a good AR. It's, yeah, so I'll definitely post that up. Now it's almost what I want to call one trick pony, right? Oh dear. Ah! Potato aim. And the reason why I call it one trick pony, let's say you do spend all your caches, right? To get your dude up to level 20, even 30 possibly, um, and then, start from scratch like this from the beginning. Yeah, I mean, yeah, things will scale to your dude. You got to take that in consideration. But it's technically a leg up. But then again, if you use them all, then you're going to have to farm for them and get all those caches all over again if you want to do it again. And if you're used and accustomed to grinding, then I mean you'll be good to go. It's just study up like the videos that I have, other people have the fastest way to to go through the game as far as when it comes to the XP values between side missions and story missions and the quickest path in which to do that. I mean, all those videos are already out there. So, I mean, all you gotta do is essentially follow that path again because it's going to inevitably be world first and then fastest, and for those that like the accommodations and stuff like that, I mean this is good for them. I'm just not really one of those persons. Well, I mean, that is true, but this is where the but more or less comes in. Let's say you make it to the White House and you do that initially right off the get go, right? And you basically have the 4 characters, so you pretty much know where all the caches is, or I should say, I got bad grammar, I know, around the White House. So you pretty much can still go right there to all the boxes and caches around the White House, and with your newly leveled up player, get all the gear that's consistent with your level. So you rank up your character level 20, and then you just go right around to all the little cache spots around the White House, and that's where you get your gear. And then once you get a pretty decent build, but now which would actually be faster could, be up to debate as far as when it comes to just playing it normally and going through the motions. If you could actually level your character up just, playing normally versus that way, and which would actually be easier. Now, on my second character, I actually did do this on my second character and leveled him up through the caches. And I didn't finish him, but I mean, I got him up to, I think, like 26. And it was, for me, it was easier than the previous time I had done it. As far as when it comes to not just speed, but to me personally, it seemed, I'm confused, a lot easier. So I guess it just depends on the overall person and their preference and how they feel about it. But I mean, if I base it on past experience, I would have to say, I mean, that this would definitely give you a leg up because your character is leveled up, and then on top of that, what gear you do pick up is going to be that same level. And then that XP, because I mean, essentially, theoretically, you can be level 30 way before you're even supposed to be, before you even get to the capital. I mean, it's essentially the same thing I'm doing right now as far as, weapons, but I mean, RNG does suck. But I mean, you get the right pieces. I mean, it's not really that hard just to, know which one's going to give you the most bang for your buck. Have in mind what particular build will be best. And that's the same as what it coincides with of how you started the game versus if you played the beta. Anything that's going to give you weapon damage, and then of course survivability. You can basically and easily throw a build together just by what scraps you find laying on the ground, because essentially we do it every day, day in and day out as it is. And then, I mean, survivability, I mean, that's where, like, the Badger Tough will come into play. And then the three-piece Providence, that'll give you health, skill power, additional 5% weapon damage. Um, I mean, and then just find you either a Petrov piece, a Fenris piece to coincide with whatever your main primary weapon is going to be. So hard, I only see the hard part kicking in when you start doing um, like the later in-game missions, like when you get down to Tidal Basin, the raid. Well, let's see. I got one reward when I hit level 1, which was that ball cap, the Memento Mori cap. And then I've done got 2 levels since then, and haven't got another reward. I'm gonna die. Ah! All right, now I'm a level 4. But also, you got another thing to keep in mind when it comes to going that route. If you're playing with other people and not going solo, of course, you can do that for pretty much everything up until you get to. I mean, some people can do that, but like the raid, you're not going to be able to solo it. So I guess it really wouldn't play a factor. I mean, you can kind of boost somebody in the same way that you would normally. It's just you can only hold so much stuff, and yeah, you can drop stuff for them, but they can't use it till they actually get to that level. And if you're so far ahead of them, then I mean, yeah, keep the best, but you're limited on space up until you get that leveling up part. I'm waiting for the Delta. And LMGs will be your best friend. Because of just the sustained damage and the, 100 rounds. I'm not even going for those collectibles. Yeah, we've got to go to the theater, so I was just going ahead and stop dilly-dallying and just go ahead and run over here and get this show on the road. Because, I got a hat for getting to level 1. So maybe they spread it out to, like, maybe when you get to reach level 10, then give you something else, and then every few levels. So the only reward I've gotten so far is to play this glorious story mode yet again, and then I got a ball cap, a generic ball cap. So that would be the only rewards I've gotten so far. But I did get to bring in my Santa hat. So, yeah, you can change all your clothes, but I'm going to be consistent. You can kind of characterize it along the lines of something close to, but not really. Because survival had more of a purpose. This doesn't really have a purpose, and it's yet to be seen as far as and there's really no point really to buy anything unless you absolutely need it from a vendor. Hey baby, how you doing? You like barbecue? You do? Can I put my meat on your grill? Basically a hardcore mode. The Apparel event, the new exotic submachine gun, the snowball launcher. Go die. I'll believe me. I will eventually. Trust me. But no, I want to see if they stagger the rewards as far as every 10 levels, or to actually see what there actually is going to be. If there's any really benefit to doing this, is if it's just apparel stuff, is doing this really worth just to getting apparel items? Especially if you can get those same apparel items just by doing what we have been, for the last several months. It's just, either in the DZ, replaying, the mission, swarming for what pieces we need to finish off our build. If there's no really unique apparel items for doing all this, then I don't really see the... Yeah, you have to start over from scratch. You have to create a character, choose to go into hard mode, and bada bing, bada boom. Pretty much playing the story mode all over again. Well, yeah, if you like going for achievements and accommodations and trophies, and you're tired of playing the same old missions, well, guess what? You're still gonna be playing those same old missions. It's just you'll just be doing it for just that, just for recognition, and just to say that you completed it, that you did like the world first or the fastest. You're getting a trophy for doing it, but that's about it. But yeah, I'm gonna get to level 10 and just to see if it'll, what rewards it'll give me along the way, and just kind of base it off that. I mean, I already made. I mean, I'm still saying. I mean, if someone can create this idea on their free time, I mean, what's the full time employees? What they come up with? Yeah, this, in my opinion, falls in line with the flashlight. Didn't need it. Yeah, it's cool, but just like the flashlight, if you look at the problems the game was having, it's more along the lines of a distraction until they figure out what to do next, basically. And don't get me wrong, I'm not hating on the game. I'm just, constructive criticism. Because, I mean, I'm a Division 1 player from way back when, and I've gotten, I don't know, probably going on 4,000 hours on this game. Yes, and before you say it, chat, I know my aim is trash. Don't worry, I know this. But it has a lot to do with the controller. My right stick is botched. To where it's like trying to turn the steering wheel of a 1970 Cadillac with no power steering. Yeah, the only thing you can use from like your other character is those apparel caches to boost your level, or the actual apparel that you have on your other character. Now, with those two things, you can change your character's clothes. And then what gear you have, when you die, you lose it all. Yep. Yep. I'm over here speed running. But see, I have the protection of a hive that possibly might not work. that that oh, I don't have stop, drop, and roll on. That's what I was. Ah! Yeah, y'all go handle that. I'll be in here. Anybody got a hand key? Let's go farm the sewer. When I was a level, I think 15, I just took off running and ran all the way to Foggy or Soggy Bottom just to get in that safe house. Just unlock that part of the map. Yeah, all those red skulls and everything. Get one tapped if you got hit by them. Oh boy. Man, that takes like 5 minutes. Okay, moving on. How much total game time you have on? Let me see. What are you? Progression. Oh, that ain't gonna work away. Time played, yeah. Well, that's not count what DZ. Yeah, I think last time I looked at a DZ was like last month, and I was already at like 60 something days played. I appreciate that, bro. Yeah. There's no. Well, I mean, they're still a rinse and repeat. They're just repeating everything all the way back over. I don't know. I've just reached level 4. I'm just seeing what rewards will be. Like, I got a cheesy baseball cap at level 1, and just seeing, I haven't got anything else as I progressed up to level 4. Just seeing how they space it out between rewards, or if there's any other rewards. So far, it's just that one cheesy hat that some homeless guy whacked his ass with. Oh, you. It's the chick on her period. Because she's always. "Ah!" Like, she's on some hormone rage. Oh, they're coming for you, Gary. Beat his ass. Beat his ass. Well, what am I stuck on? I'm eating assin. I'm eating assin. Not eating assin. Here to have their own separate stash base. I don't really know yet. I would assume it does, possibly. They were asking if he has its own stash space. I'll check once this mission is done and over with. But I mean, no matter what you put in it, though, you're gonna lose it when you die. See, I picked up a lot of stuff. I haven't even really changed out anybody. Wait, you got delta? And you hadn't even made it to the White House yet? Wow. Yeah, Holmes is just doing the beginning part of it so he can get to us. And you just heard it. He got deltaed trying to do that. So he didn't even make it to the base of operations before he got deltaed. Oh, for the second time? So he's deltaed twice. Are you on hardline or Wi-Fi? Are you on hardline or Wi-Fi? Because yeah, Wi-Fi will definitely cause you to do it a lot more because of the Wi-Fi. If you were hardlined, you wouldn't have it happen nearly as much. And this switching to my pistol all the time without me switching to my pistol. You went with a drone? Oh, I was about to say you went with a. Yeah, I keep trying to shoot her turret, her drone. Ah! Haha, got it off where you did. I got 7. Badger tough. I'm so used to having a bigger magazine. That's what she said. I am yours. Oh man, it messed up my emotes too. That's messed up. I do not want to go bowling. Let's do some exercise. Let's go with some Tai Chi. And then let's go with some Zen. All right, lady, if you want to make it through these difficult situations, you must become one with the tree. You must learn to calm your mind and relax and breathe in, breathe out, in through the nose, out of the mouth. Just we wax. Right, no, she's stressed out. We waxed, just do it. 'Tis the season to be jolly. Fa la 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 la. Or my DZ version of A Christmas Carol. 'Tis the season to go rogue. Fa la 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 la. No, send them back to the check. No, send them back to the checkpoint. Fa la 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 la. I didn't notice. You could get on that turret and well, I killed them all on this side. Yay! Slap hands! Alright, I'm gonna get to level 5, and then first I'm gonna fast travel back to the base and check the whole stash-a-rooning situation, which is, I'm pretty sure you'll be able to use your stash. Just whatever's in your stash, you die, you lose it. You know that would be even more complicated for them to pull off. And everybody in chat, be safe if you're, driving the roads within, a week and a half or so on your way to see, loved ones, family, friends, through this holiday season. Just drive safe, be careful, and most importantly, cherish those you love. Because you never know when this will be the last Christmas that you'll get. I lost my mom and dad a long time ago, 97 and 2005. So I definitely know how it is. Yeah, so you can use your stash base. Oh, I got 3 level 3 caches. Yay! I bet you one's going to be a shotgun. Called it. Apparel cache key. Another shotgun. Woohoo! Another shotgun. Okay, chest piece. No, chest piece. But the care packages that they gave me, the free ones, yeah, were definitely 3 shotguns in a row. But let's see. See, it gave me these apparel caches, the keys, just for the standard. And I mean, since this event was going on, it'd be cool if you did do hardcore mode, that it would actually give you the actual ongoing, the new apparel event keys instead of just. Yeah, my character just did that. I understand how you feel, bro. I mean, it's not going to be for everybody, but I mean, if you're used to, Yeah, if you're used to grinding or whatnot, then... Okay, that got me to level 5. And I got SHD Tech and a Field Proficiency Cache. No other reward. Figures. See, in this situation, I mean, you're not using any crit whatsoever. So the attributes, it doesn't matter. So in this situation, you just want to go with like the has the most armor. And the skill power doesn't really make a factor, especially percentage-wise this early in the game. But alright, I'm going to go out here and die. And show you basically what happens. And then since I'm going on 30 hours now without sleep, I'm probably going to show you this and then one more time go over and show the folks that might be new to the stream as far as the new exotic, the Slayer. And then I pretty much got everything when it comes to the Reaper outfit except for the mask. So, but there's some pretty cool camos. The Boogeyman camo, I like it. It's pretty dope. Oh no, I stumbled into the fire. What will I ever do? You come into the hardcore mode, you will burn in hell. Nah, it's not going to kill me because there's no NPCs around, so my armor consistently continues to regenerate. But while everybody's in chat, don't forget, smash the like button. If you happen to be new to the channel, then be sure to sub. Also, there's links above under every video. They get 20% off right now to all the Goriila Nation and Goriila Militia merchandise, as well as the Discord and Facebook community links. And if there's any particular type videos that you want to do, can y'all stop beating this bitch's ass so that way she can kill me? I'm going to have to find somebody else. Then just let me know in the comment section what what videos you actually want to see. I'm probably going to go through the Pacifics or specific, since I make my own words. If you all don't know, I have bad grammar. Now first I'm going to see if the hive will actually work first. Bitch. You want some more of me? You want some more of me? Just trying to give you some holiday cheer. Oh, you. Alright, it's working. Oh, you want a piece of me too? Bitch. I ain't going down without a fight. Don't run from me. That's what I thought. I'm gonna let the one I started out with originally kill me. Go ahead. Come on. So if you go to a down state, just like the normal game, if you got teammates, they can pick you up. But since I have no one, he's already dead. There you go. You are dead. Your killer, hyena thrower, you reach level 5 into session. Bobby, it just depends on your personal preference. If you like accommodations, trophies, and playing the story mode all over again with the higher risk factors, if you die, you lose everything, then sure. But if you've already leveled up 4 characters, have to delete that 4th character and to play the hardcore mode, and basically you love grinding all the missions and the story missions all over again, just on higher difficulties like we typically do now, farming for gear, then you're going to love it. If you think it's just another system in place, then yeah. But yeah, that's the hockey mask I got, and that's the pants, the shoes, and the pullover hoodie of the Reaper. And then I'll show you guys the exotic Slayer. Um, if you want to backtrack to like to the beginning of the video, I went over Negotiator's Dilemma, the changes to it. Also went over basically everything that was in the game. Holmes was kind enough to sell us, or I would say, gift us 15 keys. So if you have a friend that's short on money that you want to donate some keys to, you can purchase some keys and then donate them to another agent. Brendan, you basically missed everything. We just finished the hardcore mode. I got a crappy cosmetic hat for reaching level 1, and then I was able to reach level 5 and didn't get nothing. Um, you can use the regular apparel caches, the standard ones, once you create your character and go through the motions and open them. And for each duplicate, you get XP. And since if you've been playing the game, every cosmetic that you've gotten up until then still is in your inventory. So basically, all you can do is open up your caches. You can instantly level up your character just by opening up those apparel caches, and then go from there. And then play the game just like you normally would for the ever umpteenth time. But okay, the new weapon, the Slayer. It's cool. It looks cool. I mean, it's got reindeer on. Let's see, I'll zoom in. So it's got candy canes and bells. It's got reindeer on the stock back there. I mean, it's a cool weapon, but 250 RPM, and the only talent that it has is headshot supply confuse every 20 seconds. Now still I got these caches, but see, I did get a few proficiency caches, but not too many doing that. And as far as RNG wise, might as well for I guess shits and giggles see if I get anything good. But since the RNG is so crap, probably not. Yeah, only the hat. As soon as you log into the game, here, I'll back out and show you right quick. Just go down to your apparel, and it'll automatically be here with your headpieces. And it'll be right there, and all you gotta do is just equip it. And I'm gonna save those 22 to do a video that I'm gonna upload as soon as I end the stream. But yeah, essentially, still same old Garbola. Yeah, and just like when you restart another character, the tutorials are always there. The loading screens, as far as the cutscenes, the cinematics. Yes, you can hit the skip through it, but it'll put you in a loading, and basically you're watching the cutscene anyways. So it kind of defeats its purpose. But if you can, like I said, I mean, it's not for everybody. If you don't mind doing that and replaying the same missions like we do day in and day out, then by all means, you're going to enjoy it, especially if you like the achievements, the accommodations, the trophies for doing so. But it's just another form of control, more or less. I look at it as, and don't get me wrong by this, this is just my opinion and how I look at it. This is just a form, just like the gun and the hardcore mode. It's just like something, here, we'll give you this to pacify you since, we didn't get the raid on time for you. And since it don't come out till later on next year, maybe this will pacify you in the meantime. And which is, I'm pretty sure after the shiny newness wears off within, I give it like a day or two, people are just going to go back to what they were doing before this and still play the same missions to get the basically the only thing I feel that's any worth, just to say you got the Slayer gun, just to play around with it with your friends, like in the Dark Zone, especially if you just all go in there and just try to have a big snowball fight. I mean, it could be fun. But really, the apparel is the main thing of this update, and I think really, me personally, and this is just my personal opinion, for me, That's the only thing this update's really worth is just the apparel stuff and just to say that you got the gun. Brendan, if you're on console, they actually brought this up. Well, not somebody else did. That if you're on console, you can buy an SSD and plug it into your USB. That'll help speed that process up. Those loading times can be cut in half. But this is my take on that. Why are you going to force me to go spend even more money on a game just so I can speed up your process and your loading time, which is they could possibly do something in that sense on their own. But I'm not going to go out and spend $100 or get a cheap one for 30 or 40, just to shave off half the loading time. I mean, I don't know, but I guess it's to each his own. Oh, nice straight Merkin. But just so you know, it's not really an achievement killing a bot. Um, you could probably go in there with an all purple build. No, I'm gonna stop right there. I'm not going. It's the holidays. I'm not going to throw shade or be derogatory to these bot von dum dum content creators like him, Patrick Wolf. Uh, what's up, Sob Squad? SOB here. I'm going to hell for that. But yeah, that's essentially it. Um, like the hockey mask is dope. Gary, you still got the actual Reaper mask on, right? All right, I'm gonna join on you. So he actually got the Reaper mask. I got everything but that so far, so I'll let you see it on his character. But so far as I've seen, I mean, there's some dope camos. Oh yeah, there is one camo that I will actually want to put on this LMG to see what it looks like. It's called the Boogeyman. There it is. That right there is dope. It's got nothing but like all the skulls going through it. Man, like on a more flat weapon, like think about it. Let's see, I got a sniper rifle, or something I can stick on there. Yeah, let's throw the boogeyman on it. See, I mean, something where you can actually like see the stock. I think that's pretty dope. That one and of course the rogue camo are my favorite. But yeah, that's a cool camo. I mean, it goes along with the whole Reaper thing, and which is Gary, Mr. Skeletor over here. No, Gary, you got to put on the actual Reaper mask, not your actual real life mask. Hey, you got the torch emote, right? Yeah, why don't you do that right quick? Since he's got the mask on, Mr. Skeletor, I'm gonna skull fuck you. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, guys. All right. I'm going to grab a pen and piece of paper, chat, because I actually have an email from Max White, the public relations intern from Ubisoft, that sent me a code, and I can't figure out where the 16th digit because everything that I'm on, whether it be Uplay or PS4, only requires a 12-digit code. So I'm going to read you out this code, and if you can figure out and make it work, then it'll give you 40 cash keys for this apparel event. All right? Are you ready? As soon as I find it here. All right, here it is. Pens ready? Okay, I was wrong. Okay, here's the code. CWM4 dash 6UBK dash TE76 dash LAGL. And all those letters are capitalized. That is the code that Max White sent me. His exact, I guess, I don't know what you'd call him. He's an intern. No, I mean he's legitimate. He works for the Ubisoft San Francisco. No, I think it's just a miscommunication somehow. But I mean, it's a 16 digit code. He's a public relations intern. He emailed me and asked if I would be interested in reviewing the Apparel event and letting him know how it went about. So I read it out, try it out. Like I said, on the PlayStation Store and Uplay, when you go to redeem code, it only has enough spaces for the 12 digit, and this one's 16 digit. So if somebody can get it to work, then there are 40 free cash keys for this apparel event. So essentially, you get it to work, and you will have every single piece of apparel in the game. He is yet to respond as far as when I told him, as far as the situation, that's a 16 digit. And wait a minute. Never mind. He just all the codes that we have should work regardless platform. So the 16-digit code should be working. The only codes that we have for the event. Let me know if you have any issues. Yeah. Yeah, but I've already read it out into chat, so I mean if they get to it, then there you go. Let's see, Max. I tried Uplay and PS4. Both are 12-digit code requirements. Tried different variations, but still says code error or has already been used. But yeah, um, like I said, that was the 16-digit code. I will read it out to you once again, just in case those of you missed it. And like I said, I've tried it, and it kept giving me like an error. But like I said, you might be able to get it to work. That is capital CWM4 6UB6TE76LAGL. But once again, guys, I appreciate each and every one of you for tuning into the stream. Thank you for all the love and support. Thank you for all the newly subs to here at the Goriila Militia. Stay tuned for more streams. And if I don't stream again before the holidays, I hope each and every one of you have a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holiday. And be sure to thank and cherish your loved ones every single day. But thank you guys so much, and we'll see you fudging later. And I'm just going to stand here and do some Tai Chi. Hi. Appreciate it, Brendan. We'll see you guys fudging later.